Welcome back guys. So in our previous video we have talked about PMON process, very much important process. There is also another essential background process which is called as SMON process, which is system monitor process. So in brief we call it as SMON. So it performs critical tasks to maintain the health and consistency of the database system. It is one of the many background processes that Oracle uses to manage database operations efficiently. Okay, so this is one of the major database process to run the database operations efficiently. Key responsibilities. Okay, so the major responsibility of that is instance recovery. When a database Oracle instance crashes or is shut down abnormally, okay, so SMON performs crash recovery during the next startup. So this is the process which is used for crash recovery and for when we do the next startup of the database. It applies redo logs to ensure all committed transactions are reflected to the database and rollback uncommitted transactions. So this is the process which re- uh, do the applies the committed transactions to the database. Okay, so this is the major process when we do the recovery of the database. If this was not running at the time of recovery, that won't happen. So this process, it runs by its own by Oracle. When we do the recovery, it asks for what we need to apply for the recovery parameter. We will be discussing that uh, in backup and recovery section of this series. But yeah, for now this is the process which is running in background for the recovery process. Okay, so cleaning temporary segments. SMON is responsible for cleaning up temporary segments that are no longer in use. Temporary segments are often created for operations like sorting or temporary table usage. Okay, so if there are temporary segments in the database which are created for sorting or temporary table space is created, so it cleans up all of them when those are no longer required. Okay, coalescing lacing free space. Okay, so SMON merges adjacent free space in table spaces to make them usable for future operations, reducing fragmentation of the table space. Like we will be discussing fragmentation in detail in some other topic, but yeah, this is SMON process manage the unused space for the table space to for the future table space operations. Okay, monitoring and repairing corrupted structures. Okay, so it detects and resolves certain types of corruption such as invalid rows or indexes in the database structures. Okay, so it uh, resolves the issues with them, invalid rows or indexes as well. Okay, if there is uh, those are invalid or those are corrupted, so it uh, make the correction in them as well. Okay, database opening. SMON is involved in the process of opening the database by ensuring that all necessary operations like rollback are completed. Okay, so if we know that in case of recovery it is up, required. Okay, so in case of rollback as well, if we do a rollback to a last committed transaction or at some point we want to roll back, so it is required at that time as well. Okay, offloading other process. In if another process like pmon or user processes detects an issue that smon can handle it, so it can handle off the task to smon. Okay, so pmon, if pmon as does most of the works, if that is overwhelmed and a more processes are assigned to pmon or other process, so this s1 process, if this is free, this should be free because this is much required at recovery process, so it can handle, it takes the tasks, few tasks from them, not all the tasks, but yeah, few tasks it can take and work on them. So how we can monitor this SMON? So the same, select program from $V session where program like SMON. Okay. So in Oracle RAC, real application clusters, each instance has its own SMON process like PMON process. But SMON can also coordinate tasks across instances when necessary. Okay, it can coordinate with different Oracle instances. SMON is the backbone process ensuring Oracle database stability and efficiency, playing a pivotal role in maintaining operational continuity and data integrity. Okay, so it's a backbone of the processes for efficiently playing a efficiently playing a role in maintaining operational continuity and data integrity of the database. So this is a very much important process like PMON as well in case of database recovery. So in our next video, we'll be talking a brief about some other processes of the database, the background processes. Thank you, and I'll be seeing in the next video.